Hello, new friend from Hoover. Welcome to Hoover, Alabama in Flight Simulator. I've already created a flight path in my head in terms of where I want to go to visit Hoover and all the points of interest located in it. And I'm going to create that flight path in the simulator right now. It'll be a little bit easier to follow, maybe if you're going to be bringing up Google Maps or Bing Maps, whatever you prefer. I'm going to have to change the final point of interest a few times. Now, this is going to be one long video because the city layout of Hoover is kind of weird in that it's not like a square, rectangular shaped type of city layout. So instead of making two videos, which would be a lot more convenient time-wise, I'm going to make one long video here. So bear with me. As I create the flight path, here's some more information on the city of Hoover.
We will depart from Bessemer Municipal Airport, Mitchell Field, EKY. From there, we will fly over these 31 places of interest. Bessemer Municipal Airport, Mitchell Field, EKY Lake Cyrus Tennis Club, Deer Valley Elementary School, Shades Crest Baptist Church, Bluff Park Elementary School, Shades Mountain Church of Christ, Christ the King Anglican Church, Hoover Commons, Hoover Public Library, Hoover East Sports Complex, Lifetime, Shops of the Colonnade, Grandview Medical Center, Inverness Plaza, Oak Mountain Presbyterian Church, PCA, Briarwood Christian Upper School, Oak Mountain Presbyterian Church, PCA, Oak Mountain Middle School, Herdmont Park, Oak Mountain High School, Indian Springs First Baptist Church, Riverchase Country Club Clubhouse, Hoover High School, Hoover Metropolitan Complex, Robert F. Bumpus Middle School, The Grove, Shades Mountain Community Park, Simmons Middle School, Hoover Sports Park Central, Riverchase Galleria, Riverchase Sports Park, and Spain Park High School. Hoover is the largest suburban city in Alabama and the sixth largest city in Alabama. The population was 92,606 at the 2020 census. The Birmingham Barons minor league baseball team, which traces its history to 1885, played its home games at the 10,800-seat Hoover Metropolitan Stadium from 1988 through 2013, when it moved to Regents Field in the Parkside district of Birmingham. This suburban area near the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains had been known as the Green Valley Community since the 1930s. It was mostly a bedroom or residential community into the late 1970s and early 1980s. The city of Hoover was incorporated in 1967, named for William H. Hoover, a local insurance company owner. In 1986, the Riverchase Galleria multi-use complex opened. It has significantly increased the tax revenue for the city. It has also attracted new residents and businesses to the area. The city has grown extremely fast, aided by its annexations of territory as well as new developments. The city has expanded its facilities, and now operates a municipal center, library, and public safety center. The city expects to continue to increase in population, which has risen significantly since 2008. The racial makeup of the city was 75.1% white, 14.8% black, 0.2% Native American, 5.1% Asian, 0.0% Pacific Islander, 3.2% from other races, and 1.5% from two or more races. 6.0% of the population were Hispanic or Latino of any race.
So the best towards the last there. All right, so this is going to be kind of a, looks like a heart-shaped clockwise flight path. The smiley face in the middle. We're going to start from Bessemer Municipal Airport. Like I said, going in a clockwise direction. This is kind of the city layout of Hoover. And let's do some live weather, live time of day. See what that looks like. No, it's only going to take a minute to load the world up. I'm not going to go through all 31 points of interest. But here I'll try to do a quick little map of what it's going to look like. We're going to depart here from Bessemer. And we're going to be going northeast. And this Ross Bridge area, I've already flown over this section to see where all the photogrammetry starts and ends. Unfortunately, Ross Bridge doesn't really have any photogrammetry. So the flight path is going to kind of take us this direction. And we're going to go up even past Hoover up to the Acton and the Meadowbrook area, as well as some of Indian Springs Village. And so we're going to cover everything inside this area. The flight path will take us up here. Alright, I hope to make some stranger in Hoover, Alabama make their day today, make them smile. Hopefully the mission will be accomplished at some point in time. This is a very beautiful, clear, sunny day to be flying in. There's Bessemer Municipal Airport. Pretty good neighborhood there. Houses all spread out. Lake Cyrus Tennis Club. This is a YMCA where that big swimming pool is. Deer Valley Elementary School. There it is below. That's the area that doesn't have photogrammetry. You can still make out the golf course pretty easily though. Shades Crest Baptist Church. Swimming pool below. Bluff Park Elementary School. Another big public pool southeast of that. Shades Mountain Church of Christ. Christ the King Anglican Church. Hoover Commons coming up. Hoover Public Library. There it is below. And I believe this is a recreation center right here, just to the east of it. Hoover East Sports Complex. Lifetime Fitness, a huge pool next to it. And a lot of tennis courts too. This is a very high-end gym right here. They don't fuck around. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tennis courts, and maybe those were basketball courts or different types of tennis courts. It looks like 10 in total. Shops to the Colonnade. Now, I call it like it is. Like, there was a skate park I saw in Florida. It was like super low, like a 2.6. One of the lowest rated skate parks I've ever seen. So I have an idea of when what things should be high, what things should be low. Hospitals are typically rated very low on their Google reviews. That's very standard across the board, at least in America. But other countries do have higher hospital ratings. But anyways, this particular hospital, Grandview Medical Center, this hospital has one of the highest reviews, and like over 1,000 reviews as well. It had like a 4.6 rating or a 4.3 rating, super high. So very nice hospital, very good staff. Big commercial buildings below. Let's check those out. I bet you'll be able to check out the detail. Enough just to read what it says. There's a Best Buy. There's a World Market. There's a Staples. Something Geek, I think it says. And that's going to be a Super Target. Still pretty blurry even in close up. Definitely seen better. But I'm still impressed with what I've learned about this city, and I've already done a flyover scouting the parameters, and there's 2 points of interest I was super impressed with. Can't wait to see them up close. Inverness Plaza is what we're above right now. There's a CVS. There's a Kohl's. That comes in pretty clear. Yeah, all these things right here, they're blurry for me, and a lot of other cities, they'd be really crystal clear. I'd be able to read every single building name. It's unfortunate, but then again, be grateful though, because Birmingham was listed as having photogrammetry, but Hoover was not listed as having any of it. And Hoover does have photogrammetry. Now, it's not the best photogrammetry, but you guys have it. Heck, I lived outside of Dallas for over 30 years. And Dallas, one of the top 10 most populated cities in America, they don't have any photogrammetry. They have the top 50 populated cities in the USA, as well as hundreds more that have photogrammetry, but not Dallas. Hoover, Alabama, you guys got it. And speaking of photogrammetry and not having it, this other side of the road does not have photogrammetry, but I knew it was going to be so close. Briarwood Christian Upper School. Look, you can even see it says it. It says Briarwood on the west end zone and Christian on the east end zone. That's not bad for not having photogrammetry. But just on the north side of that road, that's where you do see photogrammetry. Oak Mountain Presbyterian Church. Oak Mountain Middle School. Erdmont Park. Oak Mountain High School. See all the school buses down there. Indian Springs First Baptist Church. You can tell this is a nice neighborhood of Hoover. If we are still in Hoover state limits, I can't remember if this section was considered Hoover or not. Regardless, some really nice houses down below, really huge, nicely spaced apart. Man, some really huge mansions. There's Pelham. River Chase Country Club clubhouse. And this point of interest, I learned some interesting stuff about this, even watched a few short videos on YouTube. Was interested in trying to watch the whole series but couldn't find anything online. But Hoover High School, you see here, it says Hoover on both end zones, the H on the 50-yard line. This high school was featured on MTV, a show called Two-A-Days. And this is a hardcore football high school, but they represented very well. They were the #1 ranked team, and I think they had like a winning streak for like 17 years or something crazy like that. They also had some controversy as well, where someone of the faculty was accused and found guilty of making some false grades for 2 students so they can get into colleges. Anyways, this next point of interest is one of the big landmarks of Hoover.
Our 22nd point of interest is Hoover Metropolitan Stadium, also known as the Hoover Met. It was home of the Birmingham Barons of the Southern League from 1988 to 2012. Replacing historic Rickwood Field in Birmingham, the stadium also serves as the home for the SEC baseball tournament, as well as the primary home for Hoover High School football. Its seating capacity is 10,800 for baseball and can accommodate up to 16,000 when the patio, banquet, and grassy side areas are used. The stadium also houses 12 suites and state-of-the-art dressing and training rooms. The stadium also features a meeting banquet room named for Michael Jordan, who played for the Barons during his brief foray into professional baseball, during which time the stadium experienced its largest crowds for professional baseball. The opening daytime baseball game scene from Space Jam was filmed at this stadium. Its nighttime scene featuring the spaceship was filmed at Blair Field in Long Beach, California. The city of Hoover operates the stadium as part of the Hoover Met Complex, which includes the Finley Center Indoor Multi-Sport Facility, an outdoor complex of multi-sport and baseball, softball fields, a tennis complex with 16 hard courts, and an adjacent recreational vehicle, RV park. The stadium played host to the 2011 and 2012 NCAA Division I Men's Soccer Championship. The Hoover Met also hosted softball at the 2022 World Games.
That was the Robert F. Bumpus Middle School I just flew over. But anyways, I know that you guys already know this history. Those of you who are watching this video are probably from here, and you may not be that impressed with that, but I am. I mean, this is a super cool surprise to be doing a regular flyover of a city I never heard of. Was not expecting to find anything very interesting about. Because, I research every city I fly over, and I fly over hundreds and hundreds of cities, and not every city is going to have something interesting about it, understandably so, but this city is an exception to that. Very interesting that's where Michael Jordan played baseball. That's really cool that a movie that I've seen and millions of others have seen, Space Jam, part of that was filmed there. That's really cool. This is going to be called The Grove. It's another commercial area. Okay, now this one does look like it can maybe be a little bit more detailed than the other one. Let me check that out. There's the Coles. There's a Super Target. This one still is also kind of blurry. Probably going to crash here. There's a Petco. There's a Dollar Tree. Something with green lettering. Can't really make out what that is. Hope I don't crash. Alright, well I definitely probably should have there. I just kind of went through those trees. I'm not going to complain if you won't. Good sized houses there. Shades Mountain Community Park. That's going to be Simmons Middle School. That's Hoover Country Club. We'll call that our 32nd point of interest because I didn't put that on the map, but I knew where it would be. Hoover Sports Park Central. And probably the main point of interest of this entire city.
Our 28th point of interest, River Chase Galleria, locally known as the Galleria, is a large super-regional shopping mall ranked 43rd on the list of largest shopping malls in the United States. It is the largest enclosed shopping center in Alabama. The Galleria was opened on February 19, 1986, initially 1,200,000 square feet with 4 anchor stores, 2 Birmingham-based chains, Parisian and Pizzitz, along with Atlanta-based Riches and national retailer J.C. Penney. In November 2018, an altercation resulted in shots being fired and 2 injured at the Galleria during Black Friday weekend. Following the initial shooting, 2 officers from the Hoover Police Department approached and shot an alleged suspect, Emantic Fitzgerald Bradford Jr., who died at the scene but later clarified to not be the shooter due to a misidentification. Protests were organized by a Birmingham activist group called Justice League, calling for a boycott of the Galleria. On July 3, 2020, shots were fired near the food court of the mall at 3:18 p.m. An 8-year-old boy later died after being shot in the evening, and 3 others were hospitalized with injuries and was treated in a local hospital. On July 5, a 22-year-old suspect was arrested.
I think it says Von Mauer over there. I mean, that's unfortunate that the shootings happen, but you know, the place is going to be very populated. It's been open for a long time, bound to happen. This still is a super significant mall, and I am not pandering when I say this. Even though there's 42 bigger malls, this is one of the best malls I've ever seen, and I have flown over, no sarcasm, hundreds of shopping malls. To have that big Hyatt Regency hotel there in the middle like that, I don't know, it just adds to it. You can see it from far away. It's really awesome. I think that was a Bed Bath & Beyond. There's River Chase Sports Park. Wow, some more really huge houses over here. Those are not houses, those are mansions. That's going to be Rock Church with that red rooftop over there. Got a couple of tennis courts back there, big playing field. I can tell that's football or soccer. And the final point of interest, Spain Park High School. You can see it says Spain Park on both end zones. Look like a stadium, pretty big. Oh, cool! Look at that, like jaguar, I'm guessing, or a cheetah. I don't know what y'all's mascot was, but it's some sort of cat, and it looks awesome on that 50-yard line. Very detailed. That was cool. Normally this is where I would switch it to live weather, live time of day, but it's been live weather, live time of day this whole time. It's been beautiful. But you can see when I get higher, you can see a clear difference in the tree colors, so that kind of makes a good example as to why I chose the flight path I did. And I could have split it into two, but the problem is I would have covered, like, the only way that would have made sense to me to do it in two videos. One video would have covered both the Hoover Met as well as the Galleria, and both of those are, you know, awesome points of interest. I didn't want to have them both in one video and leave pretty much the leftovers for the other, so I just did one massive video. Here's Birmingham. Tons of photogrammetry. There's the Rock Church again. You know, instead of flying all the way back to Bessemer Municipal, I'm going to go for a super challenging landing that, if rewarded, maybe we can get to see some more cool up-close detail of the commercial buildings by the Galleria. Give myself about a 20% chance of landing this without crashing. Actually, there's one more building I want to see, because here it looks like it might be a movie theater. No, it's not a movie theater. Going to be touching down right when this road curves, man. I'm screwed. Well, Hoover resident, I hope you enjoyed seeing your city in flight sim form. Hope life is treating you well. From me all the way to Hoover, Alabama, positive energy.